Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about types of edit text in Android. So I will develop the application like this. First, I will take the one edit text that will be disabled. It means that no one can edit that. The second edit text I will take that the enter your name. For example, I am writing my name, that is Parag Shukla. Now third edit text is the password. It means that whatever you enter that will be masking over here. For example, I'm writing here PCS is my password. Now the fourth edit text I want to take, that is the numeric password. It means that user cannot enter the character over here. User can enter only digit. For example, I'm writing 1234, that is my numeric password. The fifth edit text I want to take, and that is the email address. For example, if user is entering email ID and that is invalid, then I want to give the message over here that is invalid email ID. If user provide the correct email ID, for example, parag@atmiya.com, then this is the correct email ID, so the error message will be disappear. Here, user can enter the at least 3 line in the address. I'm writing here line 1, line 2 and line 3. So I want to allow user to enter at least 3 line in the address. Here in city, I want to allow user to select the city. So I'm taking here AutoCompleteTextView. So whenever user press a one character, so one suggestion will be there. See here, I'm pressing R. So Rajkot, Rajsitapur, Randanpur, Ratanpur are the suggestions. So I'm selecting the city over here, that is Rajkot. But here you can select only one value from the list. Here I want to allow user to select the multiple skills. So what we can do? Very simple. Here I am taking MultiAutoCompleteTextView. So if user provide here P, then there are two suggestion over here, PHP and Python. I am taking here Python. If user is entering over here J, then Java is there. So here what we can say that here I can select the multiple skills. So this is multiple autocomplete text view and this is the autocomplete text view. Here whenever user click on birth date, I want to allow user to select the date of the birth. See here, this is the date picker control. So here you can select the year. So here I am selecting the year is, and the year is 1985. Now here I am selecting the month, and the month is, that is March. And here I am selecting the date, that is for example 8th March 1985. Now here we can select the time. For example, whenever you click on time, see here it is showing me the default time, that is 8:38. And here you can click on OK. So this is the time. Now whenever user click on submit, I want to get all this data. So this ID will not be get because it is a disabled. So I want to get all this data in a toast. So whenever I click on submit, see here Parag Shukla PCS 1234 is this is my numeric password, this PCS is string password, and I want to get all this data. So I want to develop the application like this in Android Kotlin. So let's do the same thing practically. So first of all, you can just click on create new project. Here you can just click on empty activity and then you can click on next. Here you can give the name of your application. I'm writing the name of my application is EditText demo. And here you can choose the language. I'm choosing the language that is Kotlin, and then you can click on finish. Once the Gradle build is done, you can simply hide this project explorer. Then you can just click on activity main.xml. Here you can just click on split, and here you can simply click on show system user interface. Here you can simply remove this inbuilt text view. Now I want to change the layout. So I'm simply selecting this layout, that is constraint layout, and I'm writing here that is a linear layout. So I'm changing my layout, that is linear. So what is the biggest benefit? The biggest benefit is you can put your control horizontally or vertically. So I'm just changing my orientation, and that is vertical. So here you can just take the plain text. I'm simply moving plain text over here, and see here this is the effect of linear layout. You can put any control. For example, let me take the password. See here, so vertically all the control will be placed over here just because of orientation is vertical. Now here in this plain text, this is the edit text name. So I'm just changing the name of my edit text, that is ed1. Now instead of this text name, I want the ID over here. So I'm writing here ID 1001, but it is editable. So I don't want allow user to change this. So here you can use the property and that is enabled false. So it will be disabled. Now this is the edit text, that is you can say edit text number 2. Now what is the difference between this edit text and this edit text? The difference is this property, that is input type is equal to here text password and here text person name. So here the whatever you enter over here that will be masked, right? So I'm just giving the hint to the user that enter password. So this is you can say ID and this is the password. Now I want to take one more edit text over here and that is for the name. So I'm simply moving drag and drop name over here, but I want this name control before this password. So you can just select this particular code, you can cut this and you can paste over here. So this name will be moved in between these two control. This is my edit text number 2 and this is my edit text number 3. Now in edit text number 2, instead of text, I want to make here hint that enter name. So this is my enter name, this is enter password and this is the ID. Now you can simply run this particular application so you can get the idea that I have taken 3 edit text in my design. See here application is launched. Now this is ID, it is disabled, but I can enter here name. For example, I am writing here name is Parag Shukla. Here I can enter the password. For example, my password is PCS. But I want to take one more and that is the numeric password. So here you can select the numeric password, that is password numeric, and you can simply move drag and drop over here. So this is the 4th edit text. You can say I'm just giving the name over here, that is ed4, and here the difference is in input type. Here input type is text password, here input type is number password. Now what is the biggest benefit? The benefit is user will not get the character input, user will get only numeric numpad. So user have to enter only numeric. Here we can add the hint and the hint is enter numeric password. So here user can enter only numeric password. Now I want to get one more edit text over here and that is email. So I'm just taking here email and you can move drag and drop over here. So here input type is text email address, but it will not provide the validation. It will simply provide the @ in the keypad. So this is my edit text number 5 and you can say that here also I want to give the hint that the enter email address. But what happened whenever you run this particular application? So here my application is launched. What is the difference between this name keypad and this email address keypad? The difference is this @ symbol. See, whenever you click on name, @ will be disappear, and whenever you click on email, @ will be available. But whenever you enter the email address, for example, I am writing here the Parag. This is not the valid email address. So it is not giving me any error over here that it is invalid email address. So for that, I need to make the coding. So let's jump into the coding part. So this is my edit text number 5. So I want to make the coding in the edit text number 5. So I'm writing here variable ed5 is equal to find view by id. You can cast into edit text and you can write here r.id.ed5. ed5 dot add text change listener is the function. And here we can do what? We can write here object or anonymous class. And here instead of this host callback, we can write text watcher and we can press enter. And here we can click on object and we can press alt enter and it will give you a suggestion, implement members. You can select the methods, that is before text change, on text change and after text change. Don't forget to remove this to-do line. Just remove this, all this to-do line. Now here in on text change, I want to check the email ID is valid or not. So here we can write the condition if not Android dot util dot patents dot email address dot matcher, and here our input is s. So here whatever you enter, that the care sequence will be s. So we can pass here as an input s dot matches. If it is not match, then we can give the error over here ed5 dot set error, and the error will be what? That is invalid email address. Now you can simply run this particular application and you will get the result over here in this emulator. See here, now whenever you enter the email address, for example, let me write here P. See, it says that invalid email address. Now suppose if I am writing Parag, again it says that invalid email address. But if I am writing parag@atmiya.com, it is correct. But suppose if you remove this dot, invalid email address. Suppose if you remove this @ invalid email address. And suppose if you write @ then the correct email address. So this is the way you can implement the email address. Now I want to get the address from the user. So here in a text, you can get the multi-line text and you can simply move, drag and drop over here. But whenever you take this multi-line text, by default, the line will be only one. So here in EditText multi-line, you need to set the lines attribute. So here we need to set the lines is 3. And whenever you set the lines to 3, it will occupy the 3 lines over here. So this is my edit text number 6. And I want to give the hint over here. The hint is enter address. So this is my edit text number 6. Now I want to get the input from the user, and that is the autocomplete text view, and that is in a city. For example, if user press R, then I want to give you a suggestion. Select the city, which city you want to select. So I'm taking here autocomplete text view. So autocomplete text view, this is the ID of the autocomplete text view, and here instead of this text, I want to make it here hint. And the hint is what? That enter city. Now whenever user click over here and press R, I want to give the suggestion. So here I need to write the code for the same. So I'm just moving to my main activity.kotlin file. Here I am writing what? I am first searching for the ID of the autocomplete text view. So I'm declaring the variable atv is equal to find view by ID, and here you can write autocomplete text view r dot id dot autocomplete text view. Now whenever user click on that autocomplete text view, I want to give you a suggestion of the city. So I need an array of city. So I'm taking here variable city is equal to, and you can declare array of where args. So here I want to declare the array of, for example, city is Ahmedabad, Amreli, Rajkot, Rajsitapur, Randhanpur, Ratanpur, right? And here you can add the city, for example, Surat, Surendra Nagar. Now I want to give the list of this array into adapter. So I need a variable adapter over here. So I'm declaring here variable adapter is equal to array adapter. This is my list of string. So I'm casting over here, that is array adapter of string. Now I need the 3 parameters over here. Where you want. So in current context I want. In which layout you want. So inbuilt layout is android.r.layout.simple-list drop down item 1 line. And what you want to display. So I want to display the city. So this is my adapter, and this adapter I need to set into this autocomplete text view. So simple, we can write over here autocomplete text view dot set adapter is the function, and we can pass adapter over here. Now you can run this particular application. See here, my application is being launched over here. Now whenever you enter character over here, for example, I am writing R, I am not getting the suggestion. I need to press at least 2 characters. Whenever I press 2 characters, I will get the suggestion. Why? Because by default completion threshold is 2. Suppose if you want the suggestion by pressing the 1 character, then you can set the property over here and that is completion threshold 1. So what happened? Whenever you press one character, it will give you a suggestion. So now you can simply rerun this particular application and you will get the output again. Now see here, I'm pressing only one character R, I'm getting the suggestion. Suppose if I'm pressing S, I'm getting the suggestion. Suppose if I'm pressing A, I'm getting the suggestion. Let me select the city, that is Rajkot. But I cannot select the one more city over here. For example, if I press S, then it will not give me a suggestion again. So in autocomplete text view, I can select the city only once. It means that I can select the data only once. But if you want to allow user to select more than one item from the list, at that time you can take the multi-autocomplete text view. So that also I want, because in the case of skills, multiple selection should be there. So I'm taking here control, that is multi-autocomplete text view. Instead of this text, I'm setting the hint over here, and that is enter skills. Now comma separated, we can allow user to select the multiple skills. So it is very simple. We can move to our main activity.kotlin file. Here we can declare the variable mtv is equal to find view by id. Now instead of autocomplete text view, we need to write multi-autocomplete text view. R dot id dot, we can select our multi-autocomplete text view id. Now here we can declare the skills array. So let me write here variable skills is equal to array of, and here we can define the skills. For example, Java, JavaScript, Kotlin, CPP, Android, Python, PHP. Now I need the adapter. So let me declare variable adapter2 is equal to array adapter. And here we can cast it into string. Why? Because our data is of string. Now in this context, I want this. Now here we can select the inbuilt layout, android.r.layout. Now I want to change the layout, and the layout is simple list item checked. And here you can write your array name. So name of my array is skills. Now I want to set this adapter into multi-autocomplete text view. So here we can write mtv.setAdapter, and we can pass adapter2. But we need to define what will be your separator. So we need to define the tokenizer. So I want all this skill comma separated. So here we can define mtv.setTokenizer, and here we can define MultiAutoCompleteTextView dot comma tokenizer. Now you can simply run this particular application and you will get the output into emulator. See here, my application is launched. Now whenever I press R, I'm getting the value over here, Rajkot. But I cannot select one more city over here. Why? Because it is autocomplete text view. But in case of multi-autocomplete text view, you can select the multiple skills. Let me enter over here, for example, JA. See here, Java and JavaScript, both options are there. Let me select the JavaScript. Whenever I press two characters, CP, see here, CPP is there. Suppose if I press here AN, then Android is there. See here, I can select the multiple skills over here. Why? Because this is multi-autocomplete text view and this is autocomplete text view. Now I want to provide user to select the date of birth and to select the time. So for that, I need the edit text. So I'm taking here edit text is date, and here I'm taking the edit text, that is time. Here in what is the difference between this date and time? Just the difference is input type is equal to date over here and the input type is equal to time over here. I want to change the name of this edit text. The last edit text was a 6. So I want to give the ID over here that this is ed7 and this is ed8. Now I want to give the hint over here, and the hint is what? Enter birth date. Now here I want to give the hint over here, that is enter time. So this is my edit text number 7 and this is my edit text number 8. But what happened whenever you run this particular application? you will get what? You will get only the num paid, but you will not get the date picker control. See here, whenever you click on birth date, you will get the num paid, that is the numeric paid with the slash. But I'm not getting over here, that is the date picker control. So I want the date picker control. What we can do? Simple. On click of this ED7, we need to write the code. So let me move to main activity.kotlin file. Here, I want to write the code on the click of edit text number 7. So I'm declaring here variable ed7 is equal to find view by id. You can cast it into edit text r.id.ed7. Whenever the edit text 7 is click, I want to display the date picker control. So it is very simple. You can call the date picker dialog class, in which you need to provide the minimum 5 arguments. The first argument is context. So where you want to display? I want to display in the current context. Whenever user select the date, what action you want to take, that you can write in a listener. So I'm writing here null over here. Which year you want to display by default? So by default year should be 2021. Which month you want to display? Now, suppose if you write here 8, then it will display September because the month index is starting from 0. So, January for 0. So, definitely if I am writing 7, then it will display August. And which date you want to display? For example, I want to display the date is, that is 15th August, right? And you can call the function dot show. So now what happened? Whenever you run this application, whenever user click on the edit text number 7, see here, whenever user click on the edit text number 7, here you will get the by default date is 15th August 2021. But always it will display the same year, same month and same date. What I want that the default date should be the today's date. So I need the calendar instance. So I'm taking here one variable, that is variable c is equal to calendar dot get instance is the function. Now here, instead of writing this 2021, we can write c dot get calendar dot year. So what happened? It will select the current year. I want to get the current month. So here we can write c dot get calendar dot month. So it will take the current month. Instead of this 15th static date, we can write c dot get calendar dot day of month. So what happened? Here it will display the today's date with the current month and current year. Now you can simply run this particular application and you will get the output into emulator. See here, application is launched. Now whenever you click on birth date over here, you will get the today's date, that is 24th August 2021. Now whenever you click on 24 August and if you click on OK, I want that particular date over here, but it is not available. Why? Because for that I need to implement the listener. So instead of this null, I need to write what? That is DatePickerDialog dot on date set listener. You need to select this lambda expression. So whenever you select this, you will get the three things, and that is year, month and day of the month that user has selected. So if I selected the year, that is 1985, month that is March, and the day, and that is for example 8. So whatever the user has selected, that will be available in this variable. So our task is easy now. We just need to set over here ed7 dot set text. And here we can do what? Simple. We can simply write here dollar day of month slash, we can write dollar month. We can write slash dollar year. Now we can rerun this particular application again. So what happened? Whenever the user select the date, for example, let me move to birth date and let me select the date, for example, today's date, and let me click on OK. What happens? See, it displays 24/7/2021. Instead of 24th August, it displays a 7. Why? Because month index is starting from 0. So January for 0 and August for 7. So we need to write here that is month plus 1. So what happened? The interesting is what? It will display now 24 August. Let me rerun this particular application again. And now whenever you click on birth date and whenever you choose the date, for example, let me select the today's date, it displays 24 August 2021. Now the same way you can select the time. So it is very simple. You can move to your activity main.xml. This is the edit text number 8. Now whenever the edit text 8 is clicked, so I just need to declare here ed8 is equal to find view by id edit text. Here we can write r.id.ed8. Whenever the ed8 is clicked, instead of DatePickerDialog in ed7, I want now TimePickerDialog. So I'm writing here TimePickerDialog. Here you can provide the parameter. The first is the context. In current context I want. The second is the listener. The third parameter is the which is the default hour you want. So that I want to get from the system. So you can write c for calendar. C.get, we can write here calendar.hour. So default hour and default minute will be displayed over here. That is c.get calendar.minute. So what is the biggest benefit? The biggest benefit is system hour and system time will be displayed over here. One more argument we need to mention over here, and that is the is a 24-hour view. If it is a 24-hour view, then you can write here true. And if you write here false, then it is a 12-hour view. So you can write here true if you require the 24-hour view. And here you can call the function dot show. Now let me rerun this particular application again. Whenever I click on time over here, I will get the 24-hour view over here. See, this is the hour. So I can select the 24-hour over here. For example, let me select the 23. So this is the 23, that is you can say 11 p.m. And here you can select the minute, for example 45 minute. Now whenever you click on OK, it will not display the time. So what to do in this case? Very simple, we need to implement the listener. So here we can write that is TimePickerDialog dot on time set listener. This lambda expression you need to select. So what happened? Whatever the hour and minute you have selected, that will written by this particular function, that is on time set listener. So very simple, we need to write here ed8.setText, and here we can simply set $hour of day $minute. So whatever the user hour and minute select in the time picker dialog, that will be written by this function, and that we can simply put into our edit text 8. So now we can run this particular application and we will get the result into emulator. For example, let me select the time, and now I'm selecting the time, that is for example 11 and that is 40. So this is the morning 11:40, right? And here I'm getting the 11:40. But instead of this 11:40 a.m., I want the 11:40 p.m. So I can select here 23 and 40. Okay. So I will get the time over here, that is 23:40. Now what I want to do? Now I want the one button over here. Whenever user click on that button, I want to display all the value except this edit text 1. So what we can do? Simple, we can move to our design and we can select the button, drag and drop over here. So one button is available. Here in button we can give the title, that is text, that is submit. So whenever user click on this button, I want to get the data. So this is my edit text number 2. This is edit text number 3. This is my edit text number 4. This is 5. So I need the data. So we already find the ID of ED7, ED8, ED5, but we need to define the edit text, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. See here, that is 2, 3, 4, and we need edit text number 6. So let me declare here variable, that is edit text 2 is equal to find view by ID edit text r dot id dot edit text number 2. Now I need the edit text number 3, edit text number 4. 5 we already taken in the email address. So I'm taking here edit text number 6. Right, this is edit text number 6. And edit text 7 and 8 we already taken over here in this DatePickerDialog and TimePickerDialog. Now I want to get the data of all this. Now on click of the button event, we can write the code. So let me declare here variable b1 is equal to find view by id button r dot id dot button. Now whenever this button is a click, I want to display the toast. So let me declare here one variable str is equal to. So we can write here that is $edit text 2 dot text. And I want to display this in a toast. So let me write here toast dot make text. I want the data in the current context. What you want to display? I want to display the string. And for how much duration? The duration is toast dot length underscore long dot show. Now you can simply run this application and you will get the output in the emulator. See here, the application is launched now. Now whenever you write the name, for example, let me write here Parag, and whenever I click on submit, see here I am getting the result, that is Parag. Now I don't want only edit text 2 dot text. I want the other text also. So let me copy this, and that is edit text 3 dot text. So let me write here edit text 3 dot text. Let me write /n over here. Now I want $edit text 4 dot text, and now I want /n edit text 5 dot text. Let me write /n and $edit text 6 dot text /n, and now I want $AutoCompleteTextView dot text. Let me write here /n $MultiAutoCompleteTextView dot text. Let me write /n and $edit text 7 dot text /n and edit text 8 dot text. Now you can simply run this particular application and you will get all the data in a toast. So here this application is launched now. This is my edit text. You can say it is disable. Now let me write here name. For example, name is Shukla. The password is TPS. Numeric password is 1234. Email address, let me write the email address is tatsat@atmiya.com. Let me write the address line 1, line 2. Let me select the city, for example, Rajkot. Let me select the skill, for example, Java. Let me select the skill Android. This is MultiAutoCompleteTextView. Let me select one more skill, and that is Python. Let me choose the birth date, and the birth date is 2012. So let me select the year, that is 2012, September, and the date is 19. So 19 September 2012 is available over here. Let me select the time, and the time is 6:10. And here you can click on OK. Now whenever you click on submit, what happens? See, all the data is available over here. So once you get the data into variable, you will be easily able to set this data into database. So this is the way you can implement the edit text in Android Kotlin. So that's it from my side. If you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.